Hi, I'm Barry Crichton. I've been part of Hatzolah since 2007. During the day I'm a sedationist, so I respond after work. I can't leave patients in the middle of an anaesthetic, so as soon as I leave work the radio goes on.
My name is Yidi Golbiga and born and bred and married here in Melbourne, Australia. I've been a responder with Hatzolah now since December 2024, so we're coming up to a year. I always had a passion for first aid in school and yeshiva Ketana. I was always going through the first aid books. They used to call me the future Hatzolah member. Back then there was a Hatzolah run first aid course done by Leon Landau, and while I already had read the book many times prior to that, I kept on asking questions and I wanted to know more about it, etc. I was 13 at the time.
Sometimes we go to calls that don't work out how we would want. Some calls have good turnouts, some don't, but we do our best.
It was a nice hot summer day towards the end of school holidays. I went with family Lowen for a swim. I was close with a lot of their kids when I was growing up, and all of a sudden Mr. Lowen was asking, "Where's Shmily?" because he hadn't noticed him for a period of time. He was looking around the pool. We continued playing because we thought maybe he went to the bathroom or maybe he wasn't interested in swimming anymore. However, Mr. Lowen, from one moment to the next, there was chaos. He said, "I see him, he's at the bottom of the pool." And from there, it was just everyone was looking and didn't know exactly what to do. We all flipped, and you could see that there was a body laying on the bottom of the pool, motionless. I grabbed him and yanked him off the floor. He was motionless, his eyes were open, his lips were blue. It looked like it was over. The boy's father had called Hatzolah while we were getting him out of the pool.
I was driving down Orong Road, coming towards Balaclava Road, and the radio went off asking for 4 responders to a 5-year-old boy that was at the bottom of a swimming pool. So I just pulled over immediately. My wife and son jumped out.
Mr. Lowen came and started doing CPR, and I came to Mr. Lowen and I said that I just finished my Hatzolah first aid course in yeshiva Ketana. Maybe I should take over compressions. Mr. Lowen moved aside and I did 30 compressions. I did 2 breaths into his mouth. At that point, Shmily started coughing. Being that I was just a basic first aider, I stopped doing my compressions.
I was there in about 70-80 seconds. So when I arrived into the garden, there was a little boy who was lying on the floor, unconscious, blue. You can't resuscitate someone whose lungs are filled with water. So I just had to get him on his side and get that water out of his lungs. With every back blow I did, just water came gasping out of his mouth. So then we started resuscitation. I was breathing him. Soon afterwards, his mother had arrived.
I threw myself next to him and I told him, "Shmily, it's mommy, please come back." And the Hatzolah member said, "Please talk to him. His pelvis came back."
Just a few weeks earlier, I'd been to a call of a little 2-year-old who had drowned, who we worked on for an hour and couldn't save him. And that was quite a traumatic call. And I was faced with a similar thing again. So just had to really focus and just block everything out of my mind to help this little boy. I worked on him for about 20 minutes before the first ambulance arrived. At that point, he was still unconscious, but we had him breathing and we had him with a pulse. And we carried on working with him together with the ambulance for nearly an hour. He was still unconscious when he went off to hospital, but he was breathing and he had a heartbeat. That was incredible.
We went to the hospital. The doctors told me you should know that he could be really brain damaged, and we don't know now what the results are going to be.
The next day I went to visit Mrs. Lowen to see what had happened. I was expecting the worst. Mrs. Lowen answered the door and he was right next to her and I did not recognize him.
All what he had was like a little band-aid and not more than that. My boys burst into tears, just being so grateful to the nest that happened to us.
So Ever since that event, I have an incredible connection with Shmily. He brings me Shalach Manos every Purim, birthday cake on his birthday. Even recently at my son's wedding, we were dancing together.
One thing I would like to promote to all the people which came to support Hatzolah tonight is spend some time and do a basic first aid course. It only takes a day or two. Just basic first aid skills can save lives. That's all I was trained with at the time.
I want to thank Mr. Crichton, Mr. Idi Goldberger, and for Hatzolah for all what they've done. If not for Hatzolah and for them, I probably would have been dead or brain damage. I really want to thank Hatzolah, and they should be able to continue the holy work. Thank you so much.